Okay, let me tell you a few facts of the meeting. The session will be entirely muted, and the participants will not be allowed to speak, and the entire session will be on mute for the people who are joined. Uh, uh, so, and anyone who is willing to ask any questions, you can ask in the Q&A option. There is given in the option for you to ask the queries and stuff. So you can always ask in the queries in the Q&A questions segment, which is above your uh, option. You can see that in the above your app, where you can look for the queries. Definitely, I'll be answering the queries if you have any questions. Okay, so Q&A questions are always open for you. You can always ask your questions on the Q&A. I'll be ready to answer the questions. Okay, so you can if you have any questions, yeah, you can put it across. Okay, thank you so much, guys. We'll be starting now in 2 seconds. Okay, thank you again. Very well, warm welcome to everyone for the webinar on JavaScript for hackers. I just want to introduce myself first before the section of the webinar. So let me go for the next slide. So a very small introduction of myself is myself Joseph, and I am a cybersecurity trainer, and currently I am deployed as a Deputy Chief Executive Officer of ID Crafts, and also leading a team called Head of Cyber Threat Intelligence, which is of ID Crafts. So um, talking about my experience, I have 8 years of experience, 8+ years of experience in cloud security and cybersecurity training, uh, and 6 years of experience in designing program and content development, facilitating of organizational development, workshops, and trained around over 2,500 participants, with a success rate of 95%. Okay, so talking about my certification, I have certified AWS practitioner certification, and certified ethical hacker certification, certified forensic investigation. Then I am also a certified cyber threat intelligence CISM practitioner. Currently, I am into the certification of Chief Information Security Manager. Also, I have an additional certification called as Social Engineering Prevention Expert. So I have the total of the certificate with the EC Council and SANS, United States of America. So these are my credentials. So about the meeting, and we'll be discussing on the topic of JavaScript for hackers. Basically, we all know that JavaScript is a program. So I am going to include the details of the links as, when the training completes, complete course videos and how it is done. I'll be sharing those things in the after the meeting with you in the mail. And after the completion of meeting, you'll be getting a certificate from the ID Crafts that you attended for the JavaScript for hackers. Okay, so yeah, so talking about the JavaScript, JavaScript has been ages in our segment, like in our organization, in our IT field. JavaScript is from a lot of ages, and Java being our scripting language for our websites and all those things. So it is a priority for a lot of people. So before we start, I just want to tell you about this is completely about cybersecurity. We are not going to teach you any coding here, and there is no practical involved, but definitely will help you with the cybersecurity. The cybersecurity and JavaScript, uh, getting hacked is been regular basis. On regular basis, JavaScript is most vulnerable program. So JavaScript got a name or got the recognition of getting more vulnerable by all means. So you have the evidence that you see here, this XHR form of harvester.javascript. So the script which I'm showing you is the script for nabbing the username and password of a website or any other email ID or anything. Maybe you can ask me, this is a script that takes your user ID password to our database or to your personal mobile or anything. So see the script that's just been developed in a way that to steal the user name and password. I have mentioned this is one of the form of the offensive side of JavaScript. We have XSR CSRF upload file option. This is a one more offensive attack for PHP level attack, and even JavaScript is implemented in this. So this is uploading web shell, uploading a file, CSRF file, that is cross-site uh, server request forgery attack. So we have heard about this attack in our industries, in our IT firms. CSRF has been one of the most dangerous attack, which is also listed in WASP top 10 vulnerabilities. CSRF, server cross-site request forgery or server-side request forgery. We also call it server-side request forgery. So you can do it using JavaScript. That is the highlight of it. Talking about one more thing is like web shell upload JS. So this is quite more dangerous than what we think. We also have web shell uploading, and again this program mentions about the data uh, grabber, or we can also say that it can take the data, steal the data, keep the data for our infrastructure of any person or any organization's website server, whatever it is. So it is a web shell upload.js. It is also one of the XSS attack, cross-site scripting attack. So we have XSS XHR. Again, we have one more client-side attack. You can see the program, which is very developed in a way that you can client data can be stolen. Stealing that client data. So you can see this client data can be stolen by just a JavaScript program, which is very easy task when you have this code. So we have the so-called cookies. We are very obsessed with the cookies. Wherever you go, you have cookies in the website. Stealing the data has been a common agenda of every company, right? Even if you go for any website, you visit cookies, accept cookies, take the cookies. This is what happens when cookies comes. This is a code that makes the cookies alert. Okay, they alert cookies. So the GitHub repository is also given there. Then we have one more thing is automate complete harvester. So this is uh, one more interesting stuff, like a local host harvester, data harvesting. So it can harvest the data within the local or official website. Yeah, definitely, that is also an option for you to take the data. Auto complete harvester. So banner grabbing is one of the common attack in cybersecurity. Even banner mode fence. So mode face attack. So banner grabbing is the agenda of this code. You can see this website is down. Please visit security tube.net. Now you have these websites coming, a lot of popping up. the website is down, you can make the website down and take them to another website where you can finish up with a lot of interesting stuff. Next is we have change all links. You can literally change any links of any websites. So we also say that it is a substitution of the link. You can modify any links. If you have google.com, you can actually modify the link into something.com, right? So that is also possible using JavaScript. So we have clickjacker, one of the regular phishing attack, smishing attack, and all those things comes through clickjack. You get early morning, you wake up, you get a SMS. Even that is an attack, right? Of course, with a lot of uh, interest, they will send you this attack on your system, and you click on that. You're exploited. Caught your click. That's it. So you click and any link that you get on a regular basis, you're done. So JavaScript has a power to take your data through just one click. So that is a clickjack is. Again, I just want to elaborate the cookies, other part of it. Cookies can steal uh, session IDs, and pretty much a lot of things, right? Session IDs also can be taken. So script function intercept, you see this, you have the IP address, you can take the session of it, you can make your own session, you can take the IDs of some people and keep it for yourself. So one of the demonstration I just want to show you on this cookie editing. So we all know one website called as, just share the screen again. So we all know this big basket. Big basket has a huge vulnerability. Uh, Many people don't know about this vulnerability, but surely if you click on the inspect code, and there is an option for applications, and you see the cookies here. So, okay, so cookie exception. I'm just going to log in with my number. So I logged in. I got an OTP. 255221. As you can see, I have logged in. So now you can see this is my profile. My profile is already there, right? The email ID and all those things. If I really want to have one more access in the other web browser, so you can literally create the same account login without adding any ID or OTP. Okay, you can just watch the sample of it. I will just take the session ID and I will not enter any password or ID in the other website. Just carefully see this. So I'm just clicking on the right on this inspect code, go to the applications, go to the session ID. So you can see the session ID is in the about thing. I'm going to take the session ID and I'm going to paste it in the other web browser. I'm going to access the same thing, big basket. So as for your knowledge, I haven't logged in here. Okay. So in other browser in Edge, Microsoft Edge, I am not logged in. You can see literally it is not logged in, right? So I'm going to right click on this, inspect code again in another web browser, go to the performance, sorry, applications, click on the cookies. So you can see the session IDs here, right? So session ID is there. I'm clicking on that, pasting the session. So one more thing I wanted to add is SSID. That is also I'm going to enter. SSID is also is there. I'm going to visit the same website where I've logged in. I'll check for the SSID. If the SSID is not there, I can just keep it as it is. So I'm going to the main part. So SSID is not required. So I'm just going to click on enter and I'm going to refresh the button and close the thing. So you can see I have logged in without any OTP. Bingo. So you can literally see that I have accessed two accounts of Big Basket. One is here in Chrome and one more in Edge. So one accessed with OTP, one without OTP, right? So that is the session ID hacking. Okay. So it is one of the easiest method of taking the session hijack. JavaScript is most helpful in that case. So coming back to the main point. Share my screen again. So cookies harvesting, how I literally got an access inside the system, right? Literally took an access from there to there. I accessed in one OTP in one website, but another one I didn't enter any OTP, but I got the actual account, right? So cookie harvesting. Event listen is also one of the important thing. I can literally hear someone entering password in their in a keyboard. JavaScript is very dangerous in listening that. We have hijacking credentials. Hijack credentials. You can actually take the user ID and password of someone. Well, just by just adding the XSS second, you can hijack the session of someone. JavaScript to remote script. I can literally control the other person from here to another location because of the cloud infrastructure development. So you can see this AWS has been kept here, no? So code has been AWS implemented. So nowadays it is a world of remote code execution. So you can literally access into any of the infrastructure without any much difficult. So remote code execution cyber attack. Oh, what about the keyloggers? I heard about this keyloggers. Keyloggers are one of the very dangerous attack where your data gets stored for longer period of time. Even JavaScript is very efficient about taking the initiative of taking key. Again, remote alert cookies. You can remotely alert the cookies, add event, get the data in the website. Remote on submit form jack. And it is very efficient that you can take out the on submit form jack and you can literally steal out the data. And you can see the user ID and password. User ID password can be taken from the client side. So remote on submit form jack. So whatever the format you can send, you can send it to them and you can take the data from them. So that is also there. So remote script or source are there. So this is the one remote external.js. If you enter the data, you enter the IP address plus the external JavaScript execution format, definitely the remote code executions will be started. You have replacement image is also there. You can actually replace a Google image from there, and you can actually substitute and send the code to or execution or run the code in execution for replacing the images in the Google. Google search, you get the lot of image, right? You can substitute the image from the Google, take the image and away you can put your image. Replacement image dot js. So we have URL encoder. So URL encoder is one of the important segment of JavaScript, hacking JavaScript. So I have shown the Python import library and a lot of things are there. But It is in Python language. You can encode the Python language, sorry, encode the URL. So find out what are inside that URL. So for that, Python will be a support system for you to run the JavaScript. So as you can see, we have a lot of JavaScript collections that I am going to put it across here. Here we have a GitHub repository called as burp07, pound JS, and Gabby Mashal, and resource Recomoso, SHCOS, Honeypot, Silverwind, Cybersecurity, ACM Grimt. We have Hackpin and JavaScript malware collection, and Geek on security is there, and capacitor.city is there. Kokoto, WASP, malicious JavaScript is there. So these are actually one of the important thing. We have JavaScript Doom XS. So XSS, actually we know this, cross-site scripting is one of these cyber attacks that usually we get. So this is JavaScript Doom XSS. How to Doom? So destroy XSS. So an input could control the external untrusted sources. So an input can control the could be controlled by external sources. As you see in the screen, see document.url, document.url, URI, your uncoder, base dot href, search, hash, path name. A lot of things are there, right? You are actually taking an untrusted source from somewhere to stop or control the external resources. Means, of course, you could control it by external resources. If you JavaScript is the only language that helps us to control the external resources. So this is called a sync. Now we sync option. Sync options are a potential dangerous method that could lead to vulnerability in case of DOM based XSS. So DOM based XSS can be challenging. So it can take literally the websites down, and could lead to more vulnerable websites. Now, awesome payloads. We have a lot of payloads that is being scripted. Payloads are very, very important for us as cyber experts to launch attack on enemy siders or against the attackers. We have a lot of things like script confirm, embedded operations. So you can see this code. How strange is it, right? Like we have D3 details open out long confirm script. See, whatever you coded in this format, it is actually going to take out the system that is aware on the client side, or any person. If you try to run this on the other end, it will be creating a lot of glitches, and you can't even understand the code. It's very complicated, and it is coded hard code. So it is hardcore coding that is done on this. On click equals one, confirm, take over, privilege escalation. A lot of things are there. It will take the access of the system. So awesome payload, some of less detected event in the handlers. On toggle, on aux click, on db click, on text menu, on ourself, on mouse leaf, and on touch cancel. See, what is this? On toggle, on aux click, on db click. So it's make, you can understand literally the meaning is given, right? Toggle. You have, in the computer we have toggle, you have aux click, we have db click, that is database click, dbl click, db database list click. We have count, context menu, mouse, leave, on touch, cancel. So see the payloads hand, it is not less detected while you run the program. Talking about the next awesome payloads, some HTML tags do have this kind of problems, and some HTML tags that brings you using a lot of things like image, SVG, body, HTML embedded script. This is also can be converted as a payload. Videos is definitely a payload. So that is also a payload, and iframe is also a payload. You can take it definitely. So we have JSHI hacking. By one is created by Ankul. Ankur is actually one of the repository created by the person named Ankur. So the code shown in the next slide, you can just see that form submit JS. Ankur's has findings hijacking the submit button. So every system has a submit button, right? Social engine.js, social engineering exploit hijacking submit redirect to different page. You can literally take it to some other data page. Mouse clipping capture clicking events. Whatever you click, you will get a record. Now, if you click on Google, you will get a record. If you click on Microsoft Excel, that is recorded. Whatever you do in the system, it has been recorded, right? So this is one more thing. We have event listener, key loggers, external JS, non-script, replacement image. Again, we have multiple thing, exfiltration, data expil, CSRF token, server-side token, UID, and multi-level HTML, multi-level JSON.js, multi-level XML. So these are quite complicated attacks that we have in the JavaScript. So autocomplete timer.js. So we have autocomplete timer. So what does it do? Definitely, this is an opportunity for a timer set to take over. So automation not only here, it will take you in automation to attack also. Talking about CSRF token UIDs are very complicated. Server side, request forgery. So you have a company of the lot of servers are there, right? Now, why don't we take over that? So that is the agenda of JavaScript. JavaScript has the power to take over the server infrastructure, which is, see, even if it is having a lot of security system, a coder can hack into any server without glitches. See the code that is mentioned here, no? On ready state change function, chr ready state function for xhr status 200 document get element by id xhr. So uid document dot get element. See, literally you can take the data without much glitches. So we have CSRF tokens. How one more token that has mentioned here. Where tokens, so variable tokens, like Windows location search splitter. So everything can be taken like this. This program can help you get a location of an individual of the server as well. This is data XF. So data XF can be, what is a exfiltration? Filtration of data can be done here. Exfiltration. XF file also we can call. So we have on mouse over, no, mouse event listener. I told you it is one of the dangerous attack. Whatever you click, the hackers come to know while on click is happening. If you click on the submit button, they'll come to know. If you click on the server, if you any other paint or any app, the system will the mouse will even know, the program will come to know. So we have JavaScript demo, the cloud infrastructure. So external no script Java. So form.submit.js, submission form can be escalated. So the document is there. So can you see a word called ATM pin, place holder, input back. So cards, people who are into the credit card code cloning, illicit activities. Now JavaScript is for them. They create their own systems, right? So again, see here, a cloning of card credit can be done through JavaScript. HTML parsing, JavaScript. We have parsing the data JavaScript, where you can parse the HTML file. Ready for state DOM parse HTML res parse form string document get element by ID results address. Keyloggers is one is code that is programmed. Keypressed. So just a second. Yeah, keyloggers where you get the passwords. Social engineering attack, quickly creating a clickbaits. XML, HTTP request.js, system commands, execution, child process. So these are some awesome XSS payloads available. Cheat sheet with exfiltration. Hacking JavaScript hacking list. This can be black hat hackers presentations are available. I'll just share it with you. Bug bounty programs for JavaScripts are available. You can just share it. Look after the programs. Bug bounty JavaScripts for hackers. Now laboratory that you can refer. Pentest lab challenge. Even YouTube videos that we uploaded. So that's it. So these are the things that we have or the JavaScript hackers. And this session is all about understanding the challenges of how hackers can take over the uh, session or a website using the JavaScript. So JavaScript has one of the most dangerous attack that we see in the history of the IT. Even today, the JavaScript attacks have been very active, and that can cause a lot of glitches and create a great chaos. Okay, so that is the whole point of the JavaScript for attacks. So, if you have any questions, you can just ask me. This is the time for the Q&A session. If you have any questions, you can let me know. So the 5 minutes is for you to ask your questions. You can put your questions in the uh, Q&A option. So I'll be answering it to you. Yeah. So we start a discussion. You can ask me questions. You can always put in the Q&A. Yeah. So yeah, I got one question from your participant. Can we hack Facebook using JavaScript programming knowledge? JavaScript, the nature of Facebook has been updated to Python recently, the advanced programming. I don't think that you can hack into the Facebook that easily using the JavaScript.